This is mutation number 221, the longest night with Stukov. He won. I tried this one many times, and I got to the last like 20 structures many times, but got overrun because of bad Nidus spawns, or when I tried Stanks, the Stanks just wouldn't die. But anyways, this one worked out because I changed my plan. I changed my early plan because initially I wanted to use the Alexander to take the first one, to take the air enemies here, then second one here, and then the third one here. But later on I decided to use the Alexander to push to together with my tanks to push. So I decided to use the first Alexander to steal the air enemies on the right side. So that's why the Overlord is going that way. Since I'm not going to the top left until later, the first Overlord which I had sent here, I just moved it over. I'm gonna move it over here. I'm gonna start with early tank. Armory is here because it's gonna be hidden away from the enemies. This barracks is uprooted so that I can walk away. Walk around. We're gonna get tanks. And if my Overlord there dies, I was just like not gonna. I was just gonna redo, but it didn't. So the Apocalypse will take care of the first Kaboomer, and then walk over, and kill the Photon cannon, and maybe the pylon. The Overlord is getting into position. I have my barracks on a hotkey so that I can look back when I need to. My tanks that I make will just siege up. It is important to get this this upgrade as soon as possible so you get more Broodlings. I used it a bit too early. That's unfortunate. But it's good because now it can stall a little bit longer. First Alexander, right on time, steal the 2 Phoenixes, and then go south. And then come back, invest structure, while building more tanks and Overlords. The goal is to steal all the air units so that when the tanks come over to fight, there will be no air units left. So that's pretty much it. So you can see all the air units there are gone. Whatever happens there doesn't matter anymore. So we're gonna kill these. And basically I'm just gonna keep using infest structure. And then now that's daytime. Here we go. The barracks, 4 barracks allows me to tank Photon overload hits. So that's why they're there. I'm going to build a bunker or 2 because the bunkers give the tanks fodder. And that's it. I don't want their upgrades because I'm not going to use the infested to fight. They'll do incidental damage, but that's not why they're there. Even if you're using P1 tanks, you should upgrade the weapons, infantry weapons, so that the volatile infested deal more damage. Here, we're gonna slowly push up. My barracks should be nearby. It's gonna be the tank. Don't want my Overlord to die. See, now it's tanking. And as long as I have less than a minute left, I can deep tunnel, because then that way, when the cooldown's off, I can go back home. I'm stalling. Void Ray has super long range, but now I get to steal it, and I'm pushing together with it. So, push. I kind of messed up here. I could have pushed a little bit more. Especially the back tanks, which I forgot, so I just sent them home. The barracks is gonna walk home, and then these tanks will go home as soon as there's danger. There we go. And I'm going to build a second barracks on the right side and have it on the second hotkey. So I'll just occasionally keep an eye on them, infest structure if necessary. And as for micro, I basically try to deep tunnel any hurt tanks backwards so that they don't die. If I can't, then that's too bad. But usually that's what I try to do, basically. So, volatile infested, dealing lots of splash damage. And then occasionally I will empty the bunkers to give my dudes fodder. And then, yeah. I'm gonna have Apocalypse soon. So that's gonna come up. it's gonna come up to the side where I'm not focusing. Actually, I probably should have summoned it on the other side. So yeah, it probably should have been the bottom left, but it's fine. Kind of lost a few tanks as a result, but not too bad. And now we're gonna the timing's just perfect so that I'm going to get Alexander, and I'm going to put Overseers in position to look to spot the Dark Templars. The barracks will come up to tank, and then we're gonna move the Alexander to the right to tank for the right side, and then also steal those things there. So basically, it's a lot of like old school tank pushing, just siege and siege, like in leapfrogging, just leapfrogging back and forth. And this supply block was huge. I hadn't noticed it because I was too busy with this stuff, so I was like super supply blocked. So I just decided, okay, this area is more or less cleared. I don't need to kill the Void Race. So I just killed all the buildings, and then now we move. The barracks can go to the next area. Gonna start pushing up. I don't want to use Deep Tunnel because Deep Tunnel would be off cooldown and I wouldn't be able to get home, so I have to like walk over. And then from the side, I'm just gonna do as much damage as possible. In another run, I actually was able to clear this entire right side by the end of the 3rd day. So I felt like I was behind. But I decided, well, I made it this far, might as well try it. And I could use a small group and also like push, but no, I decided let's just play it safe and go back home. 2 bunkers, just unload, and then the tanks will eat them and get lots more splash damage ammo. The Apocalypse will be used for the Nidus, so I need to save that. And I don't really need to steal air units anymore, so Alexander is going to be used defensively to give that damage reduction aura. So the Apocalypse used, and then now I'm just gonna see if there's any danger. Later on, I'm just gonna build like barracks just to tank damage. Alexander's here, so I'm going to give that damage reduction aura and the extra stalling. It's kind of like an infrastructure. And supply's pretty good. I have 2 factories building tanks. And here we go. So, I'm gonna walk a barracks over to the right side, build extra barracks here, get rid of this wave, and then I'm gonna deep tunnel all the tanks over. Just blast them. And even manually control these guys and target, because they deal so much damage to buildings. A siege, and then leapfrog, start leapfrogging. Infest structure, walk up the ramp so that the tanks don't get hit first. All the air units are gone, so I can just fight pretty much freely. My barracks kind of doing work, kind of not. It's whatever, it's doing its best. And then we just slowly leapfrog forward. Ideally, my goal is to clear out this entire bottom side, but that's not happening, unfortunately. Took a lot longer than I thought, but I cleared the right. I had to clear some of the right side, even though it's like really fast. After so many runs that died on the 4th night. Oh, that was a mistake. So I deep tunneled to the wrong spot. These guys, so they can deep tunnel back to defend. And then these guys, I thought I could push forward a little more or something, but nah, let's just surround the areas. I'm almost maxed out with extra money in the bank. I was surprised, so I decided to build some barracks. These guys, I forgot I had teleported deep tunnel earlier. This is actually a bit luck based, because if the if the Nidus worms are too far, like, I won't be able to kill them, and if I can't kill them or I need to use Apocalypse, I can't use it for another one. So having them spawn anywhere around here is great, which means my tanks can take care of them and I don't have to use a call down. That's what, and I'm doing the micro, which is like the deep tunnel micro, to try to keep my as many tanks alive as possible. Sometimes I don't realize it, so I still lose a few. And then infest structure. See, that one's kill one there, that one, and then I noticed that there's one on top left, but that one's perfect because I have to go in that direction anyways. And if you haven't noticed, maybe it was very subtle, but I moved my overseers to the bottom left corner so that I have vision, and right after I clear this next area, I will be able to go clear the bottom left as well. So, time to leapfrog. I should not have built the factory there. I should have built the factory right next to the tech lab. But oh well. So now I'm just building tanks, just as many as I have charges. I forgot that the barracks gets stuck back there. I noticed I cleared all the things here, so let's deep tunnel. Go all in. Basically, I need to go all in. Break buildings. I can just right-click the buildings. And then leapfrog. Oh, I just noticed. Okay, leapfrog. There are still 2 phoenixes here, but they're just phoenixes. They're not dangerous. And then I realized, oh no, I have 1 structure, so I should go after the bonus. I might as well since I'm here, and the phoenixes aren't doing much. But made a little bit of mistake. I got vision, and that tank killed it. So I didn't get the bonus, but it might as well count.